You felt like you had to or should do some voiceover in 2020 to pay the bills. I get it. Wanting to get back to the passion and stop living in the place of obligatory, the place of obligation. If that is the case, I get it. And sometimes it's a challenging place to be. Hi there, Jody Bentley here, actor, producer, and career coach. And hello. And today I want to talk about shoulds and obligation. Now, look, I get where we are in the industry right now, right? And last year in 2020, I think a lot of us dived into new facets of the industry that we might not have before, right? So many of us saw voiceover opening up, or maybe non-union commercials opening up in a way that didn't for you previously. So we all pivoted a little bit. Some of us pivoted. So I'm dealing with a lot of clients right now and talking with a lot of clients about how they realize how much they were living in obligation last year, obligation that was sort of thrust upon them with the times that we were in. And now they're wanting to get back, right, to their passion, to their truth, to what they really want to be doing. And again, things are opening up a little slower than we all anticipated. But wanting to get back to the passion and stop living in the place of obligatory, the place of obligation, right? So this is what's been coming up with some people, and I wanted to share this with you. So look, you might find yourself, say, doing some voiceover stuff. Maybe that is not in your heart. That is not in your big vision. Your big vision is the film and television, right? Your big vision is getting in an indie film and going into festivals, whatever it is. And you felt like you had to or should do some voiceover in 2020 to pay the bills. I get it. Right? Now, as we examine it, it does come up as obligation. So here's what I invite you to think about. There might be some things that you still get to do as we start 2021. There might be some things that you get to do out of obligation to put food on your table, to survive, to make a living in the industry, right? That might not be where your heart is. If that is the case, I get it. And sometimes it's a challenging place to be. So here's what I invite you to do. I invite you to remember that some goals are short term and some goals are long term, right? That goal of the indie film or whatever it is, that is your long-term vision. That's where you're going. That's your path. That's your trajectory. And maybe this voiceover thing or commercial thing or whatever it is the short-term gain, right? I'm going to do this thing for X amount of time because it's going to bring me X amount of dollars and I need those dollars right now. It's like having a day job, right? That you don't want to have, a bartending job before all this shut down. I had so many clients feeling like, oh, I got to do this bartending thing. It feels like a should and an obligation, but it was paying the bills, right? So you get to look at that should, look at that obligation as something temporary, something short-term, right? And just remind yourself of that. Remind yourself of why you are doing it. Because if we just keep doing it without the why, you're going to resist it and it's going to make it even more challenging to actually do it. So if you can remind yourself of the why in some way and remind yourself that it's temporary, it will just make it a little bit more manageable, a little bit more digestible as we're starting, 2021. And the other thing with that is I just invite you to find joy in it, whatever it is, right? I knew clients would say, God, I hate this bartending gig, but I got to meet so many cool people. I got to learn how to, talk about myself in short sound bites. I got to really be good at listening. Like they leaned into the joy of it and found some things to love about it, right? So again, if you're doing something out of obligation or should right now, can you find some joy in it? Can you find something to love about it? Can you find some way to use it as a growth tool for yourself, as a human, as an actor, as a person in this world, whatever? Can you find something to love about it? So again, if you find that something you have to do, some plate you get to spin is something that is obligatory, remind yourself it's not permanent. Remind yourself that it's temporary. Tap back into the reasons and the why that you are doing it and find the joy or something to love about it. That will just make this chaotic time feel a little bit more full of ease for you and not so disconnected from the big vision of where you want to be. All right, I trust that made sense. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you think about that. Let me know if you are living in some sort of obligation right now and how you are moving through it. So post below. Let's have a conversation and keep this conversation going because I know that this is affecting a lot of us right now. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.